Man here. It is Friday morning, July the 7th, 2017, and I am headed north to Asheville, North Carolina today to meet up with the guys as part of the Homestead Hill Hootenanny for 2017. A lot of guys took off yesterday and went on up to Boone, and they're riding down from Boone, North Carolina to Asheville today, and I was out of town yesterday actually and couldn't make that, so I am headed out this morning. Apologize for going into the sun here a good bit this morning. I'm kind of headed east for a while. Right now I'm going through the little small town of Scenic, Georgia. Nice little small town in Gwinnett County, northeast of Atlanta. And pretty soon I'm going to be on US Highway 23, headed north on up into North Carolina and then on into Asheville. I'm really excited about this weekend, and I decided to leave very early this morning. I tell you, the storms lately and the weather around the southeast, and particularly in Atlanta, has been pretty rough. We have had, a lot of heat and humidity, which is normal for July, but it seems like every afternoon the thunderstorms just fire up, and they're pretty tough. In fact, yesterday I was flying in from an out-of-town business trip, and I was coming into Atlanta about 2 o'clock, and it was like a roller coaster ride. I mean, you could tell the pilot was dodging thunderheads, and it was something else. So I was gonna do a little work this morning and head out, around lunchtime to Asheville to meet up with the guys, because I don't think everybody's getting into Asheville until late afternoon, maybe even early evening. But I was thinking about the weather. I thought, you know what, I'm just going to leave early. If I get there early, I might ride around a little bit. Who knows? I'd rather be early than late. It's actually nice this morning. The weather report's good for this morning. It's relatively clear out, and in the 70s this morning. Humidity's high, but overall pretty nice. And again, I apologize for going into the sun here. But anyway, I'll check in a couple of times on this ride and let you see some of the sights of the route from my house up to Asheville. It's been a couple of weeks since I put a vlog on, and the last time I did this actually was the first day of summer, June 21st, and I was out riding around in the morning to get the fluid circulated, then take my bike in to get it serviced, which I did. And dropping my bike off for a day or two service turned into a 2-week ordeal. First of all, I took it in. I needed to have the oil changed, and I wanted the brakes looked at, and some fluids changed out, and the clutch adjusted, and all these various things I wanted to get done on it. So I go in. Of course, they have these packages now that you can get. You can get the gold package, the platinum package, the silver package. I think I settled on the mid-range package, which was the brake fluid flush and oil change, clutch adjustment, just a laundry list of things they were checking out. And they did all that, and it's really nice. The clutch feels really good. The brakes feel really good. I thought maybe I was going to have some new brakes, but he said no, the brake pads are in good shape. So didn't have to do that. That was good. But as I mentioned on a vlog a few weeks ago, I was a little concerned about the tires, especially the front tire. The tread seemed to be wearing down, and I've had these tires for 4 years. I put them on the bike when I bought it, and they're the Metzler 880s, which are supposedly a really good tire, and I'm sure they are a good tire. Well, after the mechanic had the bike for a couple of days, he called me and he told me, he said, you really need new tires. He said you might could get a little bit of life out of these, but the tread's wearing down and they're actually starting to crack in certain places. And he said I looked at the date stamp on the tires when they were manufactured, and they were actually manufactured 5 years ago, even though I put them on the bike 4 years ago. So with this trip coming up, I just decided to to play it safe. And so I said, okay, let's get some new tires on it. So then it was a decision of what to put on there, and I'm not a big tire expert. I settled on the Michelin Commanders. You know, all the various choices I had from Metzler to Michelin, roughly the same price, not a big price difference. But they had some good recommendations on the Michelins, and I thought I'd give these a try. So he said, okay, it'll take a couple of days and, you know, to get the tires in, and we'll do that for you. So I said, that's okay, I'm out of town, so this is good. Well, it turned into a week, and then, you know, then the July 4th came, and I still didn't have the bike back, and I called them early this week and said, hey guys, what's going on? I haven't heard from you. He says, well, we got the back tire, but the front tire, our supplier doesn't have any, and it's back ordered. And I said, well, when do you expect it in? They said, oh, we hopefully by the end of the week. And I said, guys, that's not going to work. When I dropped the bike off, I told you that I was going on this trip, and I was leaving on July the 7th, and I had to have the bike back before then. So this dealership is part of a group that's around Atlanta. There's 4 or 5 of them. And so the kid at the service desk says, well, you know, maybe I'll call around to some of our other stores and see if they've got a tire in, and we won't have to wait on this back order. And I said, well, that would be a good thing. And after a few minutes, he called me back, and in fact, they did find one. They got it wrapped up yesterday. And when I went to pick it up, I told him, I said, you know, I've always been happy with the service you guys give me. I know the mechanic there, and he's a really good, very thorough guy, very knowledgeable, and he won't do anything that doesn't need to be done, which in a mechanic is a good quality. But anyway, I told him, I said, guys, I you know, when I dropped this off, I told you I had to have it back, and, you know, you wrote some notes down, but when you guys put this tire on back order, you obviously didn't read your notes. And I said, I'm glad I called. I said, I'm just letting you know that you guys need to pay a little more attention to the customer here. So anyway, I had my bike. They had my bike for 2 weeks. Didn't get to ride for 2 weeks, and of course I was very busy at work and traveling. But I got it back. Spent a lot of money on all this work, but I feel good about having the bike all nicely serviced and a new set of tires. I didn't really have a chance to break them in, so I'm breaking them in on this ride, taking it kind of easy. So anyway, the bike is good to go, running great, and I'm looking forward to a great weekend. Yeah, I packed last night, and I've got 2 saddlebags on this, and I put a little tail bag on the luggage rack, and I do not have another cubic inch of space. And I'm only going to be gone from Friday through Sunday. If I was going for a week, I don't know, I may not have enough space. Certainly wouldn't have enough space if I had a passenger. That's one thing about these smaller bikes, and the saddlebags are just, I guess I could have probably strapped a bigger tail bag on it. But anyway, I am packed to the gills, and I've got my jacket on. It's pretty cool this morning, actually. But I was thinking, you know, if it's really hot in the afternoons, I guess I could take my jacket off. I know you're not supposed to. But you know what? I don't think I can do that, because I do not have another, like I said, another cubic inch of space, even to stuff this jacket in. You know, when you carry your rain gear with you like I'm carrying, it does take up some space. But I'm all packed up, and everything is running well. I'm excited about this. So I'll check out here for now. I'm getting ready to get on Interstate 985 for a little while. It's kind of a divided highway up into North Georgia before I get on the 2-lane roads to Asheville. So I'll sign out here, and I'll catch you guys in a little while. Hey guys, it's a couple hours later now, and I'm going through the town of Tallulah Falls, Georgia, which is a really scenic little town, and you can see we're getting up in the mountains now. I've had some really great views of the mountains off in the foreground. But Tallulah Falls is a great little town. They got a river that runs through here and a big waterfall. I think it might even be a state park. I tell you, it's turned out to be a beautiful day so far. I know it's warming up, but it's been really comfortable riding this morning with my even with my jacket on. Now I'm going over the Tallulah Gorge. You really can't see anything from the motorcycle, but it's a very deep gorge. And right up the road there's a state park and a really nice waterfall that I've been to before. This is a really nice part of the state, up in the northeast corner, starting to get up into the mountains. And there's some great motorcycle roads up here. I'm on US Highway 20, or US Highway 23 actually, which is a divided highway. It's nice, but it takes you on up into North Carolina. It's really nice. I'm going to get to Asheville really early. I'm making such good time. I think I'm going to stop up here in Clayton, Georgia, which is another 10 miles up the road. That's about 9:15 or 9:30 in the morning, and probably gas up the bike again, take a nice stretch break, and have a nice breakfast and just take my time. The weather looks good. This has just been a real pleasant ride so far this morning. A little crowded getting out of Atlanta, but not too bad. Really looking forward to meeting everyone up in Asheville tonight. Guys I've been following for a while now. Actually get to sit down with them, have a beer, maybe have a little bit of dinner, make some new friends. Who doesn't need new friends, right? Okay guys, I'm going to be stopping for lunch here in a few minutes, or actually it's more breakfast than lunch. And I'll check in with you again as I roll into Asheville to the prestigious and exquisite Mountaineer Inn. Well, this is a revolting development. About 30 miles southwest of Asheville, they are doing road construction, and they have got the beautiful Smoky Mountain Byway down to one lane. GPS said it's a 20-minute delay, so 20 minutes in this heat and humidity, going about 5 or 10 miles an hour is just about right to slowly roast me. It is warm in this jacket right now, I'm telling you. The weather looks like it's improved a little bit. It doesn't look like any rain is imminent in the next few minutes. Looks like I'll make it to Asheville okay. But hopefully this construction zone is not too far ahead here, because this is not my idea of riding through the North Carolina mountains. Oh well, in every life a little rain must fall, a little construction must be done, and you get to poke along here. Well, I made it through the construction zone. Wasn't too terribly bad. It was about a 20-minute backup, but 20 minutes just creeping along on a motorcycle seems like an hour. This is telling me I'm getting very close to the Mountaineer Inn, and I actually see the sign ahead, so I'm here. It's about 3 o'clock, and I'll be checking into the exquisite Mountaineer Inn here in just a minute. Let me see where I have to go here. I think I have to turn right here. I don't know if you can see the sign. The Mountaineer Inn. Home away from home. Sit a spell. Cement Pond. Alright. Looks like an outstanding place to bunk for the night. Alright, let me find a parking place here. Okay guys, I'm going to sign off. I got to get checked in. Wait for the other guys to get here from up north, and then we will talk to you tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have a nice ride and I can get some good video of the Blue Ridge Parkway. Okay guys, I'm going to sign off here. Everybody ride safe.